Hi, this is Willie Crawford coming to you from beautiful Niceville, Florida, where this is the weather at about 9:20 a.m. Central Standard Time. And you can see it's 76 degrees already. We've got a high forecast of 82, a low of 60 today, and no rain in the forecast. But that's not what this video is about. I wanted to show you something I discovered recently. I use a lot of I use Google Chrome and I use a lot of Chrome extensions, and I noticed that my extensions weren't working the way they were supposed to. So I naturally went over and checked out my extensions, and to my surprise, a lot of my extensions had been turned off. And the reason they'd been turned off was because the developers of those extensions had updated them, and so uh, until I went in and re uh, authorized the extensions, they were off. And let me show you what I'm talking about. In the upper right-hand corner of your Chrome taskbar, you've got three dots there. If you click on that, it says Customize Chrome. And then you go down to More Tools and Extensions. And this shows me the extensions that I have, and it shows the ones that are enabled and the ones that are disabled. And these are some of my favorite. One is called Facebook Hide Scene. What it does is it doesn't show in Facebook chat that your message has been seen or that you've seen the message. And what that does is a lot of times I'll read something from a contact and they'll be asking me a question or something, and I don't want um, to respond right away. I want time to think about my answer. I don't want to respond off the cuff. But a lot of people, when they see you've seen their message, if you don't respond right away, they get sort of upset with you. So I use hide scene, and then there's Facebook chat privacy that lets you disable Facebook's mark as read feature. So again, they do something similar. One shows you that you've seen it, and the other one shows that you've read it. I have both of those turned on. But I noticed when I was using Facebook that I was getting a lot more into a lot more discussions. And while I like using Facebook Facebook Messenger or the private message feature of Facebook to communicate with people, at times I want to log in at specific times, and I want to answer all of the waiting messages. But if I'm on a very tight schedule, I don't want to get drawn into protracted conversations. So I often post responses to private messages, and then I wait for the other person to read and respond to what I've said, and then I go back at scheduled times. Basically, I do my most important task first, and I don't let myself get drawn into Facebook for hours on end. I do use Facebook as a tool for communicating, at times a lot more than email, and so I love Facebook and I love private message. It's just that I don't allow myself to. Sometimes you'll respond to someone and they'll respond back, and you'll respond and they'll respond back, and I found myself at times, 30 minutes to an hour later, still chit chatting with this person, and I've lost an hour of my productive time, and the chit chats, how you doing, how's the family, and uh, you know, they may ask you to take a look at something. I get that a lot, especially network marketing opportunities. And I have nothing against network marketing, but I want to look at it on my own time. I don't want to drop everything I'm doing and do it. So that's a plugin that I use, uh, extension. I also use Google Docs to create and edit documents. And I can use Google Docs offline with this plugin. Here's one I like. It lets me, it's a free PDF converter and a Microsoft Word converter, and it lets me convert. I can be reading a PDF and decide, well, I want to convert this to a Word doc, or I'm reading a Word doc and I want to convert it to a PDF. Well, this lets me use my just select the doc and click on a link in my browser bar, and it does the conversion for me. So I have a lot of, I used to use a lot of those. Um, this is one-click Google Hangout, so I can start a Hangout just by clicking on an icon in my browser bar, which is this icon. This is Reportive, another one of my favorite Google extensions. What Reportive does is it, as I'm reading my mail in Gmail, it pulls in information from the sender's profile from LinkedIn. So, provided they use the same email address on LinkedIn, uh, it will tell me a lot of information about the person. Who they work for, or what the size of their company is, and just a lot of information. So as I'm writing emails in Gmail, Reporter has already shown me who I'm dealing with. And so I can write more personal feeling emails. And so I use that a lot. Those are just some of the extensions I have. But what I really wanted to show you was that sometimes you need to go in, probably I go in once every couple of weeks, actually. Now I will go in once every couple of weeks and check my extensions. And again, to do that, you go to the three dots in the upper right hand corner of your Chrome toolbar, and you click on that, and then it says more tools and Chrome extensions, and you select that, and it takes you to this page. Once you've ticked or unticked the box, you can then leave that page, and uh, the changes take effect immediately. So if you see something uh, operating strange uh, on your browsing, uh, you probably want to check to see that all your extensions are still enabled or disabled as you desire. That's all for now. Thanks for listening. This is Willie again.